Alright, so when we last left our indefatigable party, you, had recovered
Lena,
Themis.
you're not doing this right now.
You had
Please.
your battle.
Please, just sit down and, do your computer thing. Just do it, please.
And eventually
Please, for me.
decided to flee because it didn't
Because
seem like you could
it's
defeat
10:15.
the scarred man that Vernica is the target of.
No, I know you can keep it quiet. I'm not doubting that. I'm just saying,
Oh,
not
thank
now.
you.
It's just, not the time.
Okay, go.
After following Yudi, and
So-
his don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. And his fleeing down the city streets, you as a group moved back to the safe house with Mirielle cast over her shoulder, and Avernica was almost on Yolan's shoulder for a little bit. But you returned back to the safe house and remembering the correct way to get in without getting fireballed in the face.
Because we were told this time.
Yes, that was nice. You settled it up in the safe house and had a little bit of a raw moment between various people in the party, and at which point you decided to turn into bed, and that's where we ended the session. Themis is meditating or trancing near the tied up body of Mirielle, and I'll assume everyone else is in a room of some sort. So, just a reminder,
The upstairs does.
because of the excellence in what you did last week, everybody has a 1d4 inspiration dice that you can use at any time on anything except for death saves.
Can I
What if-
stack inspiration die?
Yeah, can you stack inspiration die? Everybody except Yolrim has this.
So can you stack inspiration die?
I'm gonna say
Okay, so it's just
no.
another D4.
It's just it's a separate d4.
You want me to just put my inspiration die in the portent chat and then pin those?
Whatever is easiest for you.
Yeah, okay.
I've marked
I mean,
it down.
easiest for me is just in the notes, but I like
Elsewhere.
being transparent. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm stealing your portent chat
Understandable.
because I know I'm gonna forget.
There you go.
I forgot what we were talking about.
Also,
So who fucking muted me? Was I not muting myself?
Nope.
I have no idea.
Nope.
My bad.
I really couldn't say. So, also, you all should be thinking about if you want to go to another world at some point in the future, just to maybe take a break from this. With these current characters, just like a temporary change of scenery, change of pace, sort of thing. It's just something that I want you to think about now, so you can percolate on it for next week. And we'll take a vote, and then see if you all even want to do it.
Okay.
But
What kind of?
Ready.
Did you have something in mind, or was it just a suggestion?
Actually, I do have something in mind.
Ooh, do tell.
It's very much post-apocalyptic sort of stuff, but
I'm down.
it's a specific. Well, there's one,
Fail right away.
but it's a bit more specific. It's more post-apocalyptic, as in the bad guys won.
Ooh.
Oh, nice. Okay, so we'll get some great RP out of you.
You'll
With like
finally
all
get
my
to see-
character development.
You'll finally get to see the real me. Yeah.
All of my character development will have been
Yes.
done in a fucking side quest.
Why not? It might come in handy to have a divination wizard for that sort of thing.
Yeah,
But,
probably.
So would things done in this different world be brought back, or no? Probably not. Eh?
It'll probably be a pretty separate microcosm. Dimension.
Okay.
We'll do a Donnie
multiverse,
Darko.
Something I don't have any intention of bringing that to what you're doing currently.
Of creating a multiverse.
Yeah. You're
Where
all
we
part of.
can
Yeah.
go between worlds and shit.
You're all part of the MCU, and you can just do whatever you want now.
You have nanotech out of nowhere? Yeah. That's right.
Yeah. Magic.
You can
magic,
do whatever
science,
you want.
Science magic.
Imagine a
But-
DM trying to make a multiverse. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no.
Failure.
Maybe when you were
Imagine.
unemployed, you could do that. But now that you have a job, it's time to focus on the
shit's
world that you're
rough.
living in, with your gods with apostrophes all over the place. Focus on those. But so I realized that every other people have said that we're in kind of a rut here, and we might be getting out of it based on last week's RP. But regardless, it might be nice to have.
That was just a little teenage asshole that wants everything to be about him. But I never said that.
That doesn't sound like you.
No.
Or that person even. Doesn't sound like that person either. So, you have all gone to sleep. Themis is trancing. So he will be the first one to wake up. I will say that being brought down to 0 hit points and then stabilized, it is 1d4 hours until gaining consciousness.
Right.
And even if I took it, and I'm just going to take 4 on that one, but she's still going to wake up before you're done. So, I have some rules because I have to do this for you because you're a wonderful elf with wonderful trancing. So this is... I'm posting this in Discord. These are going to be the rules for trancing. You are meditating. Your eyes are 99% of the time they're closed. You can't make any checks that rely on sight, and a -5 to passive perception, and you can't make an active perception check.
Okay. Is she trying to be stealthy?
Well, that's the next step.
Because the
We don't know
last
if you
thing
know.
I remember was stuffing. Well, I mean, she could roll an 8. That's all I'm saying. Last thing I remember is stuffing her full of shit that would make her nauseous when she woke up.
Right, so that'll be some form of poison that'll add disadvantage or something to whatever she tries to do. But we haven't decided what she's going to do because Synod wants to have a chit chat, and I don't. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna roll for it. We're gonna do a 1d2, and if it's a 1, she's gonna try and get out of here. And if it's a 2, she's going to maybe be overly nauseous and not particularly prone to leave, or maybe she's curious, or maybe she sees a opportunity to learn, or something. Whatever it is.
Who has the key to the house?
UD.
Wasn't locked behind us, was it? No. Was it? Did we lock the house?
I will presume that you locked
Who's
the
the last one in?
it's a
Yeah,
safe
I think
house.
I think we did lock the house.
It was definitely Yolram or Avernica, but regardless, it's a safe house, and you've all made enough blunders going to bed like you did. I'm not going to tack this one on.
Wait.
So we'll say that it's locked, but it's locked on the inside where the lock is, so it's not.
True.
It's not like she has to pick it or anything. But we'll say that it's locked, just for the sake of argument.
For the sake of argument.
For the sake of argument, we'll say that
the hinges oiled?
Not that anybody's. Yeah. How rusty is it? Does it look like it would make a lot of noise when it's opening? Did it make noise before? Does it actually shut? Like, does it latch properly?
I'm not going to be a dick about this.
Can you have her make a stealth check on how quietly she opened that door? She might have bumped it or something.
Yeah. There's probably holes in the door. You can see through it, you know. You could have... Anyway, whatever. I was thinking there's a lot of things that you all could have done before going to bed to help out with Themis and Mirielle, but you didn't. And it's very much in character for nobody to do any of that. So I'm not gonna... And you had a fight that lasted, what, like 4 hours in game? So maybe you're not thinking about Themis's little kidnapped pet
Oh.
project thing. Maybe you're like, shit, that was ridiculous. I'm going to bed. You're probably not.
Seeing them last week, I was excited that we were done, so I went to bed.
Yeah. After Yoram tried to become Mr. Jingle Pockets and not Mr. I know what's going on in the party, he decided that he did what he wanted to do and decided to go to bed. As you do.
Hey man, he got injured. He wasn't used to that.
No, he wasn't. And he reacted in a very sensible Midwestern way. So. And you are definitely taking your armor off because you're not getting a good night's sleep in armor. So we're clear.
That's fine.
That's been the rules forever. All right.
Yep.
So 1d2. If I roll a 1, she tries to leave. If I roll a 2, she stays for whatever reason. You'll have to ask me about it. So I'm doing this on roll 20. Yes. All right. So, first thing I'll do is a Constitution check. Waking up to being basically poisoned, in some form or another.
Damn.
That is nice. I mean,
Damn.
I'm impressed with myself here.
Either way, she's gonna come back. So.
Oh, really?
If she escaped. She is.
Okay, all right.
I don't remember her removing her fucking tracker. Did she?
Oh, that. All right. Well, that was Hunter's Mark. That lasted 24 hours at most.
Ah, sad.
And you went to, well, she could put it back on you, but you went to the Feywild immediately after she tracked you, so you don't even know if it lasts interdimensionally or interplanar travel.
That is a good question.
Anyway,
do your thing.
Yes.
Do your thing.
So she wakes up and does not feel good. Has a slightly upset stomach. But she immediately notices them. Is she? Did you put her on the couch or on the floor or on the kitchen table?
She's tied up in a chair.
Tied up in a chair. Okay. Tied up and sitting in a chair, or tied up around a chair? I think it was just in a chair.
Yes, sitting in a chair.
Okay.
Tied up.
Cool.
Yeah, with her hands in front of her, I believe, so we could see them.
Right. Okay. So, she is going to cast Silent Image on herself. And then I'm going to make a dexterity check to see if she can just kind of slither down the chair like she's liquid. But I'm going to make it dex because she's doing it quietly and because it's a chair. And because she's tied up. Which, actually, I should probably raise the DC on that, shouldn't I? Maybe she'll get another 19. Ooh! Alright. She slithers...
Why is she doing saves?
that's a good point. I did not want to make it a save, actually. That's a good point. I'm going to fix that right now. Try that again. Please be higher, please be higher.
You could just remove the... Anyway.
Yeah, good.
It would be funny, wouldn't it?
That'd be a 5... No, that'd be a 12. Why is it not... I click... Ooh! Alright, so the first one, obviously the first one. Alright.
Hey!
You hate to see it, my guy.
Sideways,
You really do hate to
ton
see
of
the nat 20 after your real roll.
You know what? I'm just gonna split the difference. It's still a 16. So. Oh, that's not the attitude of somebody.
I would have been fine with you taking the 4 off of the dexterity save, to be honest.
I know. But this way it's more interesting. So she manages to do it, but it's
she
not...
tries to slither down the chair.
Yes. So she still does it, but it's not quiet. And it's not elegant, and it takes her a little bit longer, and she kind of scrapes and all that sort of stuff. So Themis has a... Oh my.
13 passive perception.
Well, down to an 8 because you're trancing.
I'm also sitting right in front of her.
You are. So you're...
Just letting you know.
Yeah. Yes, I know, but I hate elves and I hate trancing. So, guess what? No. So, that's lower than your passive perception. Alright, so you hear something. You hear what sounds like the squeaking of a chair, or the squeaking of furniture, I should say. And maybe a little bit of movement. But you don't see anything.
So the way trancing works is
Okay.
you're very much aware in your own mind, right?
You
Like
are,
lore-wise.
it is
You're
described
like
as being
examining
semi-conscious.
things.
Yes.
You're like lucid dreaming, basically.
Yeah, you are. I think what they normally do is they relive certain events that they have chosen to.
Right.
That's more traditional D&D lore. I'll be fine with doing that for this one as well. But I've already explained to you the whole Coralon and
Yeah.
living through
Yeah.
3 different phases and all that, but which isn't here. But yes, you're focused internally. You are maybe reviewing your day, maybe looking back at combat that you've been into, maybe looking at combat practice that you've had back when you were only 50 years old. Whatever it is you're doing, yes, you're more internal.
Trying to remember some obscure recipes and shit.
Yeah.
Because that sounds like something Themis would do even
There you
while
go.
sleeping.
Trying to
Thinking
recall.
about how they should have locked the doors or something.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's what wakes them up.
I mean, even if the door is locked, it's from, like, for inside the building, you know?
So, right. So, because her dexterity, not the, well, I'm not going to make her roll a stealth check, but because her dexterity was so low, even with your 8 passive perception, you'll probably hear something that sounds like furniture and something that sounds like movement. Really. You're not going to see anything, and you could just take it as somebody else is up and about. However you want to do that. But it's a low enough roll that you will notice. Like a fight outside of your tent while you're trancing, you definitely notice that.
Okay. Well then, yeah, I'll probably just, like, crack my eyes a little bit, like I really hope somebody didn't decide to wake up 3 hours into my sleep and just start moving around, kind of like bleary-eyed.
Alright, the first thing you notice... Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, the first thing you notice is Mirielle sitting in the chair across from you. Not moving, not doing anything in particular. Looks like she's still unconscious or asleep or something. And you're gonna look around more, or you're just gonna crack them and see what you see?
I'm trying to understand what would be not metagaming here.
You can roll for it.
Yeah.
You can.
What would I roll there? Insight?
It's
Or...
Well, I meant
It
roll.
wouldn't be perception.
I meant roll a 1d2.
Oh,
to
like
decide
roll
what
to
it does.
decide. Oh, roll to decide. Yeah.
If Themis just cracks his eyes open and sees everything looks fine, or if he's going to actually.
I'm just trying to decide how paranoid Themis is at this point. You know?
Right. Yeah. I can understand that.
Like, because I don't want a metagame, but at the same time...
Well, if you can come up with a rationale, you can arguably do whatever you want.
Arguably, I could do whatever I want, but
yes,
that doesn't
there
make it...
There may be an argument there, but you can say that he knows that he's being hunted, he knows she's a famous huntress, He knows that when you get knocked unconscious and aren't healed, you come back in a few hours, however long that is. Who can say?
Should have tied a bell around her. That's what I should have done. Fucking tied like a few potion beakers around her neck.
Big old cowbells all over, like
Yep.
a whole bandolier of them.
Like Alistar cowbells.
You
Dong, dong, dong.
should have just had Yudi cast alarm on her, but you know.
Yeah, but Yudi was asleep when I got back,
He-
and we were all exhausted
No,
from
you
a
all
long
came back at the
fight.
same time. But, never. Oh, that's right. You went out, didn't you? That's right. Yeah.
And then
No,
we
I
came
came back.
and had
I
a talk.
threw the clay at him, and then Yudi
Oh,
went
that's right. Yeah.
went upstairs.
Yep.
And then Yolram and I had our heart to heart.
Aw.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Yudi does not have alarm.
Oh right, that was a
that
Culpa
was a
thing.
Culpa thing, yeah.
I'll have to get you that scroll. All right.
I'll roll for
I'll just say Themis is paranoid,
you.
just because it's you know, after a fight,
Okay.
sure you're exhausted, but if you wake up hearing noises when you know that most people are asleep, I'd be paranoid.
Especially
So
since you almost
Would
died
you-
the day before.
I guess I'll get up and not look around per se, but like give Mirielle a tap to see if she's like faking it.
Okay. You you extend your hand to give her a tap, and your hand passes right through her.
Shit. And I'll just kind of whirl around.
There it is. Okay, give me a perception check. See what you see.
Yes, Dad.
Oh my!
Yeah.
You are still kind of groggy. Got a little bit of sleep in your eyes. She's not there, but everything looks pretty solid. It's a little bit blurry, but that's just because you're trying to force yourself out of this trance. You don't see anything helpful as to where she would have gone or where she is.
Is the door unlocked?
You're not to the best of your knowledge, it was locked when you came back in. If you want to go over and look at it.
Yeah, I'll go over and check it.
Okay. You walk.
While I'm doing that, is there any place in the room where someone would be able to hide? Like, just like a wardrobe or like a pile of crates?
This will be on the ground floor. That you tied her up and sat.
Yeah,
in?
we're still on the ground floor. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. There's a couple of places that you can think of on your way to the door. You can see there's a couple of couches and sofas. There's a pantry / larder of some sort that's over in the side. There's a dining room table. There's those sorts of things that are around. As you walk over to the front door, and you see that it's still locked. You turn around, and there's Mirielle on the floor next to the couch, facing the door like she was about to make a lunge for it.
How's she looking?
She's got 1 hit point, so she looks like shit. She's all beaten up and bloodied. She's probably she's got dirt and scuff marks and definitely some dried blood because probably nobody cleaned her up. You feel the sense of cold around you as well from her, which I should have said earlier when you were walking to the door. But her clothes are a little bit torn. She's got a couple of cut marks
Themis will just look at her and like rub his forehead, and when he looks up, he just looks really old and tired. Just say, "Are we gonna do this again?" Then in Sylvan.
In Sylvan. Okay. All right. She'll respond in Sylvan. It's it has a curious, softer accent to it. A little bit slightly reminiscent of snow being blown over a drift, which I'm sure the Canadians know exactly what that sounds
God, don't fucking remind me, man.
like.
Whole fucking world is white right now.
Or you can let me go.
Yes, well, that might have worked when I was younger, but at this point, I need any information I can get. And this will just kind of pull up a chair and like sit down, you know, uh, how do you there's a way to say this.
Mhm.
Um, he'll like sit down and like put his arms on the back of the chair, you know.
Oh, you're doing the Riker thing, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, in front of the door,
Okay.
and just kind of sit down like that.
She was pretty tense right there for a moment. Her hands are still tied, but uh, but she seems to relax a little bit when you do. If we trade information, can I go?
It depends on the information.
Mm,
At this point, I'm not sure I can afford to let another enemy back out into the world. Though it would be a shame to end the legend of such a renowned character as yourself. And just give like a sardonic, like tired smile. He seems very like, I'm so done with this shit today.
Oh, you canceled your trance. I gotta think about exhaustion too. Anyways, we'll see how long this lasts. Uh, right. You sure do have a lot of wards around this house.
Yes, it belongs to friends of mine who were nice enough to let me borrow it for a while. You are not exactly. Well, I foresaw that someone would be coming after us, though I didn't imagine that they would pay enough to have you chase down alone Eladrin through the streets of Dalturum.
Whoops.
Seems a little beneath you. What are they paying you, if I might ask?
For some reason that you think that the Fae are taking money.
Oh, I didn't mean money. I meant, what are you gaining from this? It's well known that you don't really have a cause.
Is this
Or if you do, then you've hidden it from storytellers and information brokers alike, at least.
is this part of the required information in order to let me leave? It seems a bit more of a personal fancy.
Well, if it makes it easier for you to answer, then sure.
How many more questions after this one?
I'm not sure yet, and I don't believe you're in much of a position to bargain, if that's what you were hoping.
They're paying me an amnesty.
Amnesty?
Right.
Didn't imagine they were powerful enough to threaten the safety of one such as you.
Well, I never said it was me.
Perhaps.
But this means now I get to ask you a question, doesn't it?
Not really, but ask away.
Why are you meddling in the affairs of the court of Blood and Bone?
You could call it a vendetta, if you, or just maybe I'm a good Samaritan.
Would you stop?
I don't think they can offer me anything that would get me to no. Killed quite a few friends of mine. My parents as well, I believe. Not to mention all the other sentient creatures over what must be decades at this point. A century, maybe? So hard to remember, you know.
So our ladron's gonna pick a fight with the gentleman.
The gentleman.
The gentleman with thistledown hair. Yes. He is at the top of this. But surely you knew that.
Yes, of course. That's a lie. That's a fucking lie. If you want me to roll deception, I will.
She's not actually even going to question that particular one.
Okay.
Actually.
Sorry, the man with what?
The
The
cat's
man
out
with
of
the
the
pull
bag.
down hair.
Both said something and kind of like blocked each other out.
The gentleman with thistledown hair.
Thistledown.
Thistledown. Like
Down?
comforter down.
Like say again?
Like comforter down. Like a down comforter. Down. The opposite of up.
Yes, that would make more sense to me.
Yes.
I thought that was sideways.
But
No,
you don't
that's
have artificial
perpendicular.
gravity in your room?
No, I guess not.
Lateral.
Good thing sideways for me.
It's not easy being straight.
Hey, man. You're not wrong.
Right. So she's alright, so she's not gonna
It's not easy being straight, he says.
so many limited options, so much in self-destructive integrity. It's terrible. I don't know how you breeders do it.
Breeders.
Speaking of breeders, how's your wife?
Shut the fuck up. Just not my wife. I didn't even realize that I wasn't muted.
Oh, whoops.
She gets anxious about doing certain things a little
Aw.
randomly. Like taking out the trash at
Well.
10:30 in the evening.
Well, at least she doesn't get headaches at night, right? That's fine.
Yeah, she doesn't get headaches at night. That's always a plus.
Right, so she didn't
You
bother to
benefit.
check you on that, and you said, of course. Is there anything you want to add to that? Or I'll have her continue.
No, she can continue.
Okay.
Go ahead.
If you, yeah, I know.
Oh, sorry.
I'm working on it here.
I know you didn't want to do this. I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not.
Captain Metagamer. No, okay. It's fine. Right.
You know, Synod, where I come from, metagamers get stabbed in the back and left in ruins.
Hey, man, it's all. If she had made her dexterity check, she would have been out scot-free. All right.
Yeah, she would have. I was thinking about having her have a chat with Veronica, but that didn't happen. We'll give you a
That
little cutscene where you get to listen
She might
to the
have
conversation.
some time to have a chat with Vernica. Who knows?
Yeah, it might happen now, regardless. So you're not gonna. So you can't be swayed from this, and you're gonna go all the way to the top.
Well, yes, that is the plan. Can't very well let the man pulling all the strings get away with it and punish his lackeys.
Do you know why they're working with dwarves?
Well, we had learned that we had figured out that some of the dwarves were part of the cult of the Grey Lord. Yes.
All the dwarves that were down there were called to the Grey Lord.
All right. And oh fuck, I can't remember if that was one of the pieces of information Raugum had given us, or if we even knew about the cult of the Grey Lord. I think that was just him.
I didn't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't know that he was meeting with them. You
But
should have known
are we
anything
aware
about
that?
it.
Saw them in the
right. 'Cause
sewers.
and
But,
he
yeah.
got brought, and the dude came over and asked us about him.
Yes.
Back in so
There was,
far.
there was heavy implication at the very least during the
Oh
series.
fuck! I don't have notes from then.
That's the thing is, like, without Raugum, would Themis have recognized them? Because Raugum didn't say anything, obviously, in true Raugum fashion.
No, they mentioned something about it. I don't remember to who, though. But even if it was to Raugum, there's no reason that you all couldn't have overheard, or at least some of you couldn't have overheard it.
All right.
To the point, and it's pretty. It's being made clear now, if nothing else. With this, she's given you a surprising amount of information. If you didn't know it, if you didn't know these things, rather, I should say.
I'm not entirely certain, but from what I gather, these particular dwarves belong to a heretical cult of sorts. Seems like the type of people that the court would be able to reach agreements with.
All right,
Though there's more to it, I'm not sure.
she's gonna insight check that. But you're telling the truth, so unless you are deliberately hiding something, which I don't think you are.
No, I'm not. I'm not trying to hide anything.
Oh well, shit. Okay.
Well, she does. She wouldn't know.
She
if
thinks
I
you're
was.
lying.
Oh, she thinks I'm lying. All right.
With a nat 3, holy crap! That's the other side of this. Yeah.
I never even thought of that. You could fuck up an insight check and like
Yeah.
get the wrong impression. Yeah.
She looks at you just trustfully. I'm not going to say that she thinks you're lying, but and she's not completely bought it. She's leaning towards lying. She narrows her eyes, and you notice now that it's getting a lot colder in this room. You have an involuntary shiver as you're sitting there talking with her. Well, if you don't know what they're doing together, that's a small bit of information you're missing then, isn't it? I could explain that to you if you'll just unlock the door.
Yes, but we've already established that you're not exactly in a position to bargain. After all, bargaining comes from at least two sentients in equal positions of power. It seems to me that I have quite a bit of power over you at the moment. No matter how formidable you are.
So you're going to extract the information from my brain? Is that what you're going to do? Or are you going to let me give it freely in exchange for concessions?
Well, it'll take more than just information about this strange cult and their relationship with the court to get me to unlock this door, that's for sure.
It's just a simple unlocking. I'm not asking you to open it or anything. Or even move from where you're sitting. Just a simple unlock as a step towards a mutual, amicable situation.
I am insight checking that. And
Alright, well, hold on, let me roll first. Hold on.
it's gonna be the low rollers tonight, boys.
Yeah! I'm getting the bad rolls out of the way now.
She's gonna roll a nat 20.
Oh,
Watch.
please roll me a nat 20.
It's too soon.
15.
She seems like she's just trying to work up a rapport between the two of you. A display of trust here, a display of trust there. Little baby steps. But it seems reasonable. She seems to be truthful about simply unlocking it and not anything else.
hope I don't regret this. Fine. Tell me what you know about the dwarven cult, and I'll unlock the door.
If I had any... Well, yeah, no, she hasn't done that, has she? Right. Right, so...
And would you quit it with the cold, if you could? I'm not looking to get pneumonia after a fight like that.
She gives a thin, knowing smile. I could, but I'm not. So, the dwarves, who follow this creature called the Grey Lord, are teaming up with the Fae because they both want the same thing, but for different people. The Fae are trying to divinificate, deify.
Elevate.
Deify. They're
Deify,
trying to,
yeah.
They're trying to deify the gentleman with the thistledown hair, and the dwarves are trying to deify a piece of their deity. Between the blood gems of the Fae and the iron amplifiers that are made by the dwarves, the two of them combined are quite potent displays of magical energy that one could use to imbue a non-deity with divine powers.
Themis will just kind of rock back and lean against the door and poorly hide his surprise because he didn't really know much about what the court was planning to do, and so that's more than he bargained for. I'm gonna roll deception with disadvantage just to make it interesting.
Okay.
Alright, so a 6.
Alright,
To just hide my shock or surprise, as it were.
Alright, I don't really see a need for an insight check for that, but I'll do it since you're being a real fellow person. Nope, that's the wrong champion. Hold on.
That's the wrong champion.
Wrong character, whatever. It's
to a
the,
League of
it's
Legends
this...
game near you.
You and
It's
I
the-
locked in Mordekaiser against Set.
It's the satyr that you almost met during your fight. Alright.
Almost.
Almost. I had her on a timer / if things got dire.
Interesting.
It's one that I made for my Wednesday campaign. Her name is Vermouth Valiant. And she would have been quite fun.
Vermouth. I like it.
Seemed like a good thing for a satyr. Anyways, so you don't really hide it very well, and she picks up on it, though she doesn't make a big show of her picking up on it. And says, while you're pondering the ramifications of that, go ahead and unlock the door.
Themis will just kind of shakily unlock the door. Just kind of whisper. All this death. All this blood and murder and secrecy. Just power. That was it? That's it.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that's it. That's
Okay. She stands up, a little bit shaky. You can see she puts a hand against the side of the couch to steady herself, since she's still at 1 hit point. The cold is still coming off of her pretty strongly, and she takes a step towards you. The power to create and destroy, the power to create your own reality. It's a bit of an allure this person can't miss, can't avoid, can't ignore. It's perhaps something that might not be worth a simple vendetta. Maybe, you take a step back and allow this sort of activity to continue without getting in the middle of it.
So just kind of straighten up, lean back forward on his chair. No, this changes nothing. They have to die. This. Don't you see it? How horrid all of this is. It's an affront to life. Oh, thank you for sitting back down, please. You're making me uncomfortable.
She leans back against the sofa, still standing. It just leans back. A fae becoming a proper deity. Titania might have a problem with it, but don't see anything inherently bad about it. Now the dwarves, of course, they don't need to get what they're seeking. But enough about that.
And Mab, have you heard anything of what the Winter Queen might think of another challenger to her dominance?
She shrinks back a little bit. Mab is more difficult to please.
Yes, I would imagine she wouldn't be terribly enamored with the thought of another godlike being in her realm. Or from her realm, even.
She may have enough gravitas and influence to control that. I don't know. She's been trying to move against it. I haven't heard anything about it.
Yes, though.
It seems like she might want to make an ally out of that sort of creature before slaying it anyways. But of course...
And if he truly gets the power of a god, do you not believe that he would challenge her? She's not known to be the nicest or kindest of masters, as it were.
You and Adrian never seem to understand solidarity of the Fae. We're not destructive. We just enforce adaptability among our own kind. But that's neither here nor there. It's something that you should already know. Let's focus back on us. What else do you need to know before I can leave?
You said you wanted amnesty, but not for yourself. A friend of yours?
Yes. That's not something you have the power to give me, though.
No. Probably not. After all, I'm just a small sentient in a world of giants, am I not? But I would like the story, if you are willing to share it.
You take 1 point of cold damage. She looks up and to the left, thoughtfully. No, I don't think so. That's entirely idle curiosity.
Indeed. A question is a question, though.
Oh, I agree. It's one you're not getting an answer to.
Fair enough. Are you quite done with your cold? I didn't think that immortal hunters were prone to temper tantrums.
This isn't a temper tantrum at all. This is something better. It's attrition.
Attrition. Interesting.
You know,
Seems-
the cold never bothered me anyway.
Shut the fuck up. Shut
You
the
better
fuck
shut
up.
your mouth.
Yes!
The cold never fucking bothered me anyway. Shut the fuck up. with your freaking song quotes. Aren't you posting this on YouTube? You're gonna get fucking copyrights for this.
For a phrase?
It's not. It's not enough. It's not enough. It's not long enough.
Not
There's
enough?
no music. There's no music. It's fine.
I'll fucking sing it.
No, you won't.
Screw
Note to self: Hi, beautiful. When you're editing this, make sure that you edit out any sort of songs that Synod sings that could be copyright striked. Okay, go ahead. Love you. Okay, go ahead.
Well, considering how weary you look, and he'll just put emphasis on that, like that was not the word he was going to use, but he was being nice.
Mhm.
I feel that perhaps attrition might not be your best bet, and he'll just kind of reach into his pocket and pull out a glowing yellow-orange potion and just kind of start playing with it. She would, if she remembers Themis basically burning the stone off of the side of a building, then she would remember what this is. It's alchemist fire.
Right.
Hey man, she wanted to play with the cold. Two can play that game, you know?
You're gonna burn down this house with your friends in it.
This is
Who
a
knows?
very, very strong word.
Yeah, minions would probably be what she would say. But,
Mere acquaintances.
yes.
Mere acquaintances. I could not care less for their fate.
Fellow citizens.
Well,
You don't seem
sure
like
they
the type.
can manage on their own. And, perhaps this chase across years and miles rendered me somewhat unstable. Who knows? Are you willing to take the chance? This will just kind of play with the file and like pass it from hand to hand, watch it swirl in its bottle.
Alright, she's gonna insight check that.
Alright, I will deception that. Oh,
Alright.
damn. A 12.
Nicht gut.
Wait, which one is the insight? Is it the 10 or the 12?
The 10 was to see through your facial.
Oh, right.
When you
Okay.
got the news. So, ooh, yeah, she really thinks you're gonna do it.
So
All right.
perhaps we could agree to de-escalate, shall we? I'm not a fan of frostbite. It's quite a bitch to heal.
You do notice there is quite a bit of frost on the floor now. But the waves of frost diminish and ebb as she clearly restrains it in. And over time, you'll stop shivering. You certainly have the touch of the Fae about you. You sacrificed your innocence just to kill me.
Yes, well, for the Fae, cruelty and pragmatism are the same thing, are they not?
They most certainly are not.
I guess we'll have to agree and disagree. In any case,
Deal. So, I want to leave. You don't want me to leave?
how about this? I'll offer you a deal. Your life, in exchange for an oath to never hunt me again. Me and my friends. And all you know about the operations of the court in Mundus. Simple as that. Otherwise, hands might start slipping, you know? It is cold. You could barely feel my fingers, and I'll just pass the between my hands again.
She gives you a once over and looks down. I have no interest in your friends, or particularly in you, actually. Give me a token to take back, so that I can claim I finished you, and the rest of the terms will be agreed upon.
Fine. Themis will just kind of reach into his bag, slowly pull out a dagger, and cut off a lock of his hair that goes from shimmering to just kind of like a regular human, or elven even, blonde when he passes it over.
Wild.
She takes the lock.
You'll understand that my head is somewhat important to me.
Of course. I wonder if you watch as she holds the lock and focuses on it for a moment, and the hair returns to whatever color's on your head right now. Ah, this just might do it, actually. It's not a terribly lot of Eladrin, this sort of mood giver-awayer. This might be. It's quite curious.
Yes.
In any
Getting a
case,
hold on it has been
if it,
the task of a lifetime, as it were. I'll just kind of smile.
I think this will be a good placeholder in lieu of you.
Yes, and let's hope it remains that way. I do quite admire you, you know. There were quite a few stories of you in my younger days. In fact, a few of my friends, though they're dead now, were something of a little fan club, if you will. Not that such sentimentality would stop me from killing you if I thought that you were going to go back on your word.
Well, at the very least, I would imagine that everyone you know has heard the story of I killed the laughing elf, Lethirin. But there's quite a few more, if we ever get back to that. I don't
Yes.
particularly...
Maybe one day in the future, centuries from now, when I've killed the gentleman with the thistle-down hair.
It's not a bad idea, actually. If you survive, I'll buy you a drink.
I'll hold you up to that. Themis will just kind of stand
Hold on.
and wave towards the door.
We'll do the lore
The
for the...
information
Yeah, we'll do
first.
that. Yeah, we'll do that
Door's
out
open
of
to you.
out of game.
Yeah.
But so you extend your not pleasantries. You extend your conversation a little bit, ask a few follow-up questions, satisfied, and then you eventually let her leave. She walks out the door.
Better than trapping her as a fucking NPC character, am I right? Making you
I
play
could've-
Mirielle
I
Kuna
could-
Bolinas.
I could have gotten rid of Veronica any time. You don't know how long freeing somebody from a Gorgon layer takes. Could take 5 minutes. She could Myth could return and be like, here's a 10,000 gold. You can have fun now. Be gone. If you think I'm doing 2 NPCs plus the standard, you got another thing coming there. Butt boy.
Aw, come on. You'd like it.
You do 2. You do 2 for a Friday campaign, and then we'll see how it works.
I don't do the Friday campaign.
Beg your pardon?
That's Failure's job.
No, you do 2 characters for the Friday. You can still do 2 characters. You do 2
Yeah,
characters for the
I
Friday.
can try.
Game. See how that works
I'm
out
not
for you.
usually as drunk on Friday as I am on Wednesday.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, let's do it. I'll hold you to that.
Yeah, you want me to play another character? Damn.
I don't.
I mean,
He has too much
That'll
to
be
do.
nice when they start arguing.
Yeah.
that would be interesting.
I'll sound like a madman.
I am gonna create so much conflict between the two of them. I can do it
Just
with everybody else. It wouldn't be
stir the
hard to just.
fucking pot.
Yep. That's exactly right. All right, so you let her go. You got about 3-ish hours, three and
Before
a half,
sunrise.
until the rest of your team wakes up.
Alright. Can I go back to sleep?
Sure.
Slept? Yeah.
Oh my. Hello.
No.
Keep going.
Oh.
So you go back to sleep. Yep.
Yeah. Go back to sleep and I will, seed the floor.
Seed the floor. Oh
Indeed.
yeah.
I realize I've been monopolizing a lot of
SEDE.
time
Yes,
here.
that's what I meant. That's what you meant. Of
My
course.
bad, guys. Some
Aw.
questions had to be asked. Some lore shit
Yes,
had to be
It
worked
had to
out.
happen.
Indeed.
And like
Okay.
fuck, I couldn't translate it. I was trying to do the he's not the hero we need, but he's he's not the hero we deserve, but he's the one we need. Like, but I was trying to do like the person interrogating her. 'Cause I remember last week's person was like,
He's
now I
not
gotta
the
find a way to make
interrogator
someone
that we
else.
deserve. He's the interrogator we need.
Jump in the plot forward and leaps and bounds. Bow, chicka, wow, wow.
Well, look at it this way. At least now he'll have something to tell the rest of you. As he
there
will
you go.
probably tell Yudi about
There's-
some shit, given that he was so open and honest with, what's his face? Yolram.
Ouch.
Y'all have a lot to talk about when they wake up. So, Themis,
It seems like not much is going to get done today. It's just going to be a bunch of communication.
that
You
is
think
fine
that?
with me. So you go back. You can actually probably retrance and do the whole trance before they wake up.
Yeah, I mean, if I have to be up
If
like
you have
30
to reset it
minutes
out,
to an
which-
hour after them, I don't care.
Yeah,
Doesn't matter.
that ain't nothing. So, the rest of you come to and make your way down at various points.
Be back.
Okay. And there's a little bit of food from whoever was awake before you. You sit down and have a bit of a breakfast. Start off in the morning. Themis is a little bit coming out of his trance soon.
Okay. First things first, down the door or down the stairs. Is it still cold as shit?
No, it is not.
Nice. Okay. I'm gonna immediately look over and realize that one of the prisoners we brought back is missing, and go fully paranoid.
Right.
I am going to my hand on my focus and slowly comb the room.
Well, I'll just say this because it's thought-provoking or conversation-provoking. You see a chair that is facing the door, facing the front door, which is locked. That's the only
Real
thing,
quick?
that's the only thing you see that's amiss.
Okay, real quick, I'm gonna walk up behind the chair and kind of put my hand out, wave it around, make sure there's not an invisible person there or something.
Nope.
Back.
Doesn't feel like anything.
Hmm. And I will scratch my chin as I'm assuming Yorin or Themis wake up or come down.
Themis is still downstairs. Now that Synod's back, he'll be out of his trance. If you want to talk to him, Yolram and Vernica will probably be down in a few minutes. Whenever
Look over
they
at
choose
Themis
to be.
then.
I'd like
I'm
to be
sorry,
down for
I
this,
thought
so
we,
Yoram will hear
Okay.
Judy stir and follow down.
I'm sorry. I feel like we're missing someone in I want to say ropes.
Him? What do we know?
Possibly tied up to a chair?
Hopefully not this one facing the door.
Well, that's a you, Themis. Or Synod, are you back?
I am here, yes.
Okay. There you go.
Sorry, can you say again? Yelver? I know you said something, I just didn't catch it.
It was out of character.
Ah,
Oh.
Oh,
so
I
he
thought it was in character, and then I responded
So
in
did
character.
I.
Goddamn.
So they're curious why there's a chair facing the door and no prisoner.
Themis is, just kind of in a corner. It seems like he's still in a trance. I could roll, well, if you guys want to roll for how fucking loud you are, yes, I could do that, but otherwise he doesn't really react
I mean, fuck, I
if you
will
guys don't
throw
ask
something at you.
Oh shit!
directly ask something.
What do
But
I have that won't hurt him? Not the sending stone. That might end poorly.
There's plenty of stuff that'll hit him that won't do any damage. You can grab any. You can grab like a cup.
Oh, fuck, the
a
chair!
cup, a chair. Throw the chair at him. Yeah, your one piece of evidence.
Oh, fuck, wait, no, you're right.
No, no, do it. Throw the chair at him. See
Yeah, fuck
this
it.
chair?
That'll
It is
definitely
emotional
do
reaction.
damage.
wait,
This
wait,
chair.
wait. How in character is this for Yudi?
Completely not in character. I just want to throw a
Okay.
chair at you. No.
Yeah.
Which is why I said no.
How could you not figure that out?
Uh,
you can throw your focus at him, or you can throw.
Oh, I don't
anything-
want to throw that.
Okay.
I'm still holding on to that because I don't know where the fuck she is, right?
That's true. You find something to throw. There's a book or whatever.
Oh, okay, cool. So I would like to cast cat. No.
Man's just gonna give me a level of exhaustion for free. Awesome.
Okay.
Do it.
I'm gonna mage hand.
He could
and I'm
charge you
gonna
for it.
slap.
Okay, you.
Let's wake up.
You're definitely gonna notice being slapped. So
Themis will just kind of crack one eye open. Is there a reason you're waking me up?
Yeah, you seem to be down one prisoner.
Yes, we came to an agreement. Now, if you don't
Oh,
mind, I'm
well,
terribly
that solves
tired.
everything.
Indeed.
With that, Yudi will look at Yorin and say, "You want to get out of here?"
I'll
Well,
answer your
I
questions
feel like
once I've slept properly. Is that acceptable? Otherwise, I'll be sleeping all day.
is that not already going to happen? If you would like to get proper amount of sleep,
Say again?
is that not already going to happen with you being up right now?
Yes, I do believe another hour or so would be nice.
5 more minutes.
I guess I wouldn't be sleeping very well with you two stumping around anyway. Fine. And I'll get up and kind of give an overview of what I told Yolram. I'm not going to go over it again.
Mhm.
To Failure.
I
to
can't
Beauty.
remember it.
Oh. Basically, I have a vendetta against
Oh yeah, that
a
conversation.
powerful
No, I do
group
remember
of
that.
people that's kidnapping people and stabbing
Right,
them.
right.
taking
You guys
their blood
talked
and shit.
Fae, Powers, Gods, Court of Blood and Bone. Yeah, I remember this.
Right.
Okay, there we go.
And then kind of just explain that I traded Mirielle's freedom for safety and information.
Is there anything that you? Well, never mind.
No, I'm not hiding anything. I'm not lying about anything, really. I'm perhaps being a little bit curt and very summaritive, but not lying outright about anything.
you can still insight check, even if he's not lying. That
And then if you fail, you could believe.
yeah, you could believe he's lying.
that would make some funny situations.
If you get like a nat 1, we can talk about it. But
I feel like I'm not going to get anything different out of it if I roll an insight, so I'm not going to worry about it.
well, right, but it's not about the mechanics. It's about what Yolram and Yudi believe is being said. This is more for like the sense of RP and character consistency, rather than All right, that's a
The
9.
gaming.
You're pretty confident that he's
Oh, yeah. See, this is what I worry about.
to the.
Hey, we rolled the exact same thing, except I have +5.
Hmm. Yeah, that would be nice.
All right. Yeah, he's kind of hard to read because he's sleepy and you can't really get the normal nonverbal cues and stuff out of him. But he seems like he's. But on the other side of that coin is he seems like he's a little bit too tired to bother to make up something along the lines of a lie for this. So it sounds
And
like he's just sort of
how
flatly giving you the straight.
long will it take for you to finish your, I believe, trance is what you call it?
Perhaps another hour or two. Now that I've been woken again. Ugh, not that you could have known. Usually up before you two, anyway.
Wonderful. Yorin, let's take a walk.
Ooh.
Doran will
Enjoy.
nod and follow behind Yudi.
Okay, Yudi's going straight to a casino.
Fuck.
Hmm.
Catch now.
Here we go again. All right.
What happened with Ragam, where like we had to spend like 15 minutes explaining how to play the game
Yep.
that
Right. Yep.
he wanted to play.
Would there be any games at a casino that's just a straight D20 roll?
Sure.
Hot. Let's do it about
Sure.
totally not mechanically fucking the game, huh?
Sure. We'll do a straight up blackjack kind of thing where whoever gets the highest or closest to 20 without going over.
Okay.
Oh well, yeah. Whoever gets closest to 20. There you go. You can just do a straight D20 roll. Nice and easy.
Yeah, okay, so I walk into the casino.
Right, as you do.
Hello. I would like to exchange 65 gold pieces, please.
All right, that's easily done. You get it back.
Okay, marking that down. I have 1 gold left and 8 silver pieces, so that's 65.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Where would blackjack be?
It'll be on the far side of where the bar is.
All right,
It'll-
wonderful.
There'll be 3 or 4 tables. Let's see, what time is it? They're on the lower side. There's like 2, maybe 3 people. Well,
Wonderful.
At each of these, they're not that full, given how many chairs there are.
I will giddily walk on over.
Okay.
A little bit more emotive now than I was last night. Making sure not to go too far from Yorin, because right now he is the muscle, so gotta not stray, gotta not get squishy wizarded again, as I was so painfully reminded yesterday. Or
Alright.
not yesterday.
Yesterday.
Well, yesterday in character, I guess, yeah.
You take a seat and wait for the hand to finish. The dealer starts up again with a shuffle, and you can place your bets.
All in.
What?
Okay.
Wait a minute, let's look at his goddamn portent.
You're not there.
Oh,
He figured it out.
a fucking 19. Interesting.
Guess what I'm gonna roll?
He's not. So that's simple.
It's not cheating if it's magic, right?
No, yeah, no, that's totally how it works. All right. So you go all in with a 65.
Yoram will just be standing behind Yudi because he won't take any money out to gamble with.
Why'd you even bother to... Okay, sure. So, goes all in. People's eyes go up, and a few people look at you. And the dealer's a little bit taken aback, but it's the middle of the day. Well, you
I'll
managed to
just
have
look at him
something.
straight faced.
Mhm.
I'm not one to play many games. What I get is what I get.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So you.
One and done.
Yep. One and
what I
done.
would say.
It's the same with Ralgam. Right. So he passes out the cards. We'll say that you use your portent to get the right cards that
19.
you want. I'll roll 2 more d20s to see what happens with the other players. And you'll have a 19. Nope.
14.
Nope.
So, ooh.
Alright, so Yudi wins. There wasn't a whole lot of
Wow.
gold that was put in on
Doubt.
this. Doubt. Well, if he keeps,
Wait, blackjack is played against the house.
you're right. My bad. Alright, so now I have to figure out. Okay, so you you obviously make your earnings back.
Hey, let's go.
Uh, I,
You know what the payouts for blackjack are?
I have no idea what I want this to be now. Well, you got a 9. Alright, so how much is it for if you get a 20 out of 21? That's basically what you got.
It doesn't matter. You just have to beat the dealer, and then if you win, you get your chips back, and then the dealer pays you the same amount of chips you bet, and then if you lose, you just lose your chips. It's just whoever can get closer without going over. And if you actually get 21 naturally, depending on what rules you play on, it's you get back one like the thing and a half or double. But that's only if you get natty 20 or blackjack.
Right. Alright.
Have you not seen me play blackjack in the degenerate gambling hall we have?
I thought it went into a pot or a kitty.
That's more like poker and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess that's why the house always wins. Okay. All right. So you make your pot back plus 25% for getting close to for getting one off.
Generally, that would not matter. Just by the way, like one off is still just off
Right.
in the actual game. But I don't know if
And
they're just like
well,
giving me
then
cash.
why are you doing this if you're just going to get your money back? There's got to be some other reason. So I'm gonna tweak that a little bit.
Okay.
People will put in people will put in their bets, as it were. People will put in their bets, and the house will keep some of it, and they'll dole out the rest to the winner or the highest, based on how high you get. So you got 1.25% of your money back.
So
Why would I ever
65
play?
multiply 1.25
There you go. I would never.
as winnings or as like the total.
As winnings is how much you pull from that haul. So you make your money back plus 25.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Percent.
So just straight up multiply 1.25 and be done with it.
Yep.
Okay. Hey, 80 gold. Well, 81.25, but yeah.
That's why you would be counting cards then, wouldn't it?
5 is 2 silver, 2 silver, 5 copper.
Smack it.
Done and done.
Yeah.
Yep.
Spank that ass. All right. That's all you're doing?
Yep.
All right, and once again, Raugum watches as someone in this nameless adventuring party wins at the game and then immediately cashes out and leaves.
I mean, damn.
All right. Anything else while Themis finishes his nap?
Uh,
I didn't expect to do it,
Yoran,
so
would you need to do any shopping today? It seems like we're going to be having more of a domestic day today, so might as well take care of all the errands we need to run.
Out of character, do you lose arrows after shooting them and have to go and buy them again?
you can spend time to go to retrieve them
Oh, okay.
if you really want to.
I'm just trying to think
Only
of something else. that
right
we can
after
do.
you shot them.
But
Yeah.
yeah, it's after combat's over.
So, like, when
Okay.
you shoot someone, you walk up and
Yeah.
you pull it out of their corpse and then walk back to where you go.
Hmm.
It's a
Not
bonus action.
not quite the fleeing in terror that happened from the combat, and you can only get so many because they break and all that kind of stuff.
Hmm. I was just trying to think of something else that we could do, but back and character. No, I think that
Oh, there. Well, there's potions and all sorts of accoutrement, like a compass or ball bearings, lanterns, torches. There's a million and one things that you could buy.
And if nothing, comes to mind, I could also just string you along for another errand.
Alright, can we have the list of a million and one items?
No, you may not. But you
Oh.
could also just go with UD anyways, and maybe you'll see something that you like, or you can.
Yeah.
Or you can not.
Can
or
do
you
that.
Or you can go home.
Okay.
I would just follow Yudi.
So, I'm gonna scoop up my chips. Oh fuck. No, I'm thinking I'm still at the table. I'm not though. Where are we right now? Are we just leaving?
Yeah, you can be just leaving the.
Alright. I'm gonna be about to walk out the door and then snap. Oh, forgot something. Walk up to any of the staff. Sorry, where would I find the Firebeards?
Well, anywhere. They run the three cities.
Oh,
You can go to any
that
sort.
makes things easier.
You can go to any sort of government building and at least meet one of their proxies, if not one of the Firebeards themselves. If you've not been, I want to ask if you've been living under a rock, but clearly you have me.
And he's gonna look down. Thanks for the information. And walk away.
Oh shit! You can upgrade your D4 to a D6 now. That was funny as fuck. Alright. Alright, so Yudi comes back out.
Fuck. No, I'm playing with fire now. I was like, could I roll my my inspiration to get close to 20? But then I was like, if I go over, I'm fucked.
Yep. That'd be really suspicious too. It's nice stuff.
All right, let's find us a government building then.
Alrighty.
A big fancy one, if you could.
The most readily accessible and closest one would be a one regarding the Ministry of Trade, since this is the southern city that does the most and therefore does the most trade with the rest of the empire and the homelands.
Great, let's go up to them.
Is that okay?
Ministry of Trade.
Like an annex of it. It's not going to be the main spot unless you want to find that.
Yeah, fuck it, let's do that. Let's find the main spot.
Okay.
He's doing
Walking.
dumb shit. Like, please bear with
He's
me.
he's excited for some reason. All right. So you go off and find what looks, according to signage and people that you might ask, would be the Port Authority main central building for the trade ministry for everything that comes out of and goes into Daltorum and the three sister cities. It is a large, wide, squat dwarven building that looks like it might have little bits of not quite dwarven architecture in it. A little bit of human, maybe a little bit of elven designs to it, something like that. So, anyways, you find it and make your way in. Inside is a wide open marble and granite floor with three different desks. The one on the left, well, Yolan knows Dwarven, even if you don't. But I'm pretty sure you do. Yeah, you're very quick with that button, aren't you?
Yep.
So one is imports and exports, and then the center one is importer exporter. It would be general inquiries like distribution, logistics, sort of things.
Yeah, let's go general inquiries.
Okay. Up to the general inquiries, there is a dwarven woman, hair piled up pretty high, plenty of jewels and jewelry on it. Looks like she's been here for a while and is doing pretty well for herself being here. So you suck up. You wait your turn in line and wait your walk up. Right. Good afternoon, gentles, sentients. What can the Dwarven Ministry of Trade do for you this fine day?
Well, you see, I came in to ask about the contractual laws around shipping and receiving of weapons, metals, but I got a little distracted. I felt like I have to come over and ask, being the Ministry of Trade and all that in the great city of Deltorum, would you happen to trade in information per se?
Only information that pertains to what we're doing here. We're not
What
exactly
about
information brokers.
What about information that pertains to what the Firebeards are doing? And something that should be in their something they should be privy to.
Does it have to do with trade?
No, but I figured it would be fitting to
Well,
come to a
then-
house of trade.
But then, probably not going to know about it. If it's regarding like taxes and excise or anything like, or military matters, there are different places for that. I can certainly point you in the right direction or who to talk to. But
That
here
would
we
be
deal
lovely.
with
Thank
import
you.
and export cars.
And where would you point me?
Well, what are we talking about again? What information?
We have found alive someone that they think dead. Someone that they would probably like to keep dead.
Oh, that's all right. Sounds more like something in the Strategic Information Service or something like that. Certainly not.
I would agree with you there. I just wouldn't
Certainly not
happen to
him.
know where to find that.
Right. Well, good luck getting into that building. Right. So, dwarven information services that would probably be close to FBI, NSA, something like that. That main building will be over on the west side, northwestern quarter, in between. Excuse me. The the barracks for the Iron Bastion and the not the constabulary. Cloister? Or whatever. We'll call it the cloister for now. The cloister where lots of the religious folk board up once they've finished their duties for the day. I can provide you with a map. She'll she'll grab a map pretty quickly and give it a circle. It'll be
Wonderful.
that building right there. I don't have much else for you.
+1 map of Daltorum. Let's go.
Alright. Cares. She's happy to see you go.
Yep.
That's some pretty intense shit that just went down right there. Okay, so I assume you're headed straight
Randomly
there.
pop, by the way, I have strategic information.
Yeah, I was like, hey, it's like talking to the dockmaster. Like, hey, I heard that your government wants somebody dead. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and not get involved with that.
I mean, hey,
So I
I
assume
got my answer.
Yes, you did. I assume you two head right over there.
Yep. Wait, no, how long has it been
Since
since we left? Because I'm trying to match our return with when Themis wakes up.
Themis will definitely be awake before you get
Ah.
there. There's probably
Well,
no way to
shit.
avoid it now.
Haha, let's start heading back then.
Coiling
Okay.
up the rope, just putting it back. Seems like I'm setting out some shit when you do get back. Seems like I'm setting out some burners, some vials, reading something out of my notebook.
Ooh, you know what would have been good is if you had her hunt down some of the components for your intelligence potion.
Eh,
Oh well.
would have been a little.
Right. It's true. Anyways, go ahead. So you return. Themis is setting out stuff.
Let me see if I notice you returning, shall we? I do. Without turning around, I'll say, "Welcome back. I hope you had a fruitful trip."
Oh, nice to see you've got your beauty sleep today.
Indeed. Though I require less sleep, it's hard to function if I don't get it. Terribly sorry if I was somewhat surly this morning. Learned quite a few things, as I'm sure you've realized.
Some people just aren't morning persons. People? I didn't want to say people again.
Quite. Well, did you have any plans for today, or should we discuss our next steps?
I was looking for a way to trade information, but it seems like that's going to be a bit of a hassle.
Themis will give a dry
Cough, cough.
laugh. A fucking just like a what? That kind of laugh. Information, you say? Well, depending on the type, I'm sure I could help you.
You see, the issue is this is information that I need to relay face to face. Could you? Well, actually, and I'll look around at the safe house. A man of your means. Could you put me in contact with the Firebeards?
Yes, I'm sure I have no idea what kind of means you speak of, and I'll just kind of give a pointed look, don't ask. how I got the safe house kind of look. But, yes, I could probably get you in contact with the Firebeards. In fact, I might just join you. I have some business myself with them.
Oh, great. And playfully, Yudi will extend his hand. So it's a deal then.
Oh, I wasn't aware we were making deals. I was simply doing a solid to a friend. But,
And with that, I will withdraw my hand. Kind of chuckle. Go sit down.
yes. Well, don't expect it to be fast. My friends are somewhat preoccupied, I'm sure. But I will put in a word, and I'm certain that something can be arranged. In any case, where's... Oh, wait. James left.
Oh,
Oh, that was
What?
nice. Been so quiet. Can't tell when he's here and when he's not.
Ooh! He looks like Justin
fancy.
Bieber, and he has a huge dick. That thing is like... Damn! No, I think that's too big for me. Who would have
Yeah.
thought a little Twinkie like that would have a huge fucking cock? I would be scared if I picked that guy up. Anyway,
Poke your eye out. You know.
if I hadn't even seen the dick, I would have thought maybe that was a girl. Not gonna lie. That's like a real twink.
Could still be a girl.
It could. You're right.
But it's not. All right. So
Are we gonna keep
James
playing
is
with
gone.
our
We can go as long as you want. Then we can call it now, or we can keep going. It's up to you guys. I'm
I
just
mean,
the,
if you had something you wanted, I'll probably we can discuss the potions I want to start experimenting with when we discuss like the shit that what's her face said.
Mirielle.
But if you had something you wanted to do, failure that didn't really involve your room, I don't see why we can do that now.
Let's.
Drag along with Veronico instead.
Right. 'Cause that
That'll
would
happen.
go over so well.
Tell you what.
Mhm.
No, wait, I've asked this question. I need to scroll up our DMs. 1 sec. Boop, boop, boo, doo.
When I'm not around.
Ooh, that's a lot of cash. I don't have that cash on me. Okay, let's. How long do we have?
An hour of time before we usually would stop.
We'll look at Themis. You want to see if there's anything around town to make us a bit of cash? I know we're waiting on the 10K for Vernica, but that hasn't quite come through yet.
Indeed.
It's been like 2 days.
Yep.
Do you not feel that we should at least remain here to protect her? Or do you think that this place is good enough? Perhaps we should look into the weaknesses of these chosen of Pluto, as it were.
Well, I feel like the one person that would be able to shed light on that would be Vernica herself.
Quite.
We can walk and talk.
Well,
And I'll
generally, I like to sell my services to make potions. Although, to make gold.
Oh.
Although I have been known to resort to less savory methods in times of need.
perfect. So you have something in mind then?
Well, I do have to get in contact with my friends. I'm sure that they could give us a lead on some profitable ventures of the less, or of the more legally gray type.
It's gonna kind of pinch, I guess, like right. Well, actually, a little bit higher than right between the eyes. Kind of resting the entire weight of his head on the two fingers. And say, you may be the only person I've met in the, as you say, morally gray that refers to it as so.
Are you doing that with your left hand or your right hand?
My right hand.
Okay. As you do that, your left hand, your left forearm is itching.
Okay, I'll release the pinch then, kind of give the cursory scratch.
Alright. Goes away.
And then I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna look at it.
Yep.
And be like, what the fuck's up with you? Sorry. My bad.
I felt an itch.
Yes, what's so strange about that? And then Themis will just look at you and
I don't have
clamp his mouth
skin
shut.
or muscles or
Like,
what causes this?
with an audible click. Themis's mouth
Oh, like it literally
close.
just
Like, it'll just close itself. Like, he'll just give you a rueful smile and turn back to what he was doing.
Then I'm gonna let out a little bit of an irritated like, and then. Anyways, and still kind of like holding around, rubbing around, maybe seeing if there's anything different. I don't know.
You don't see anything different.
Are you feeling yourself up?
Nothing
little bit,
looks
yeah.
different. Colors are still the same. Sight, smells, vision. It's all normal.
Must have. I might be losing my mind. Never mind. Yeah. What were we? Right. Your.
My vernacular was the subject of this discussion, I believe.
Yes. Let's skip over that the rest of that conversation. And just make to the part where we get to the subject of your vernacular.
Indeed. Call me old-fashioned if you wish. Outdated, perhaps.
Nonsense.
Just give a
I
sarcastic
feel like
laugh.
the inability to skip over these little trifling matters would be more of an archaic thinking. It's quite young of you for your age, actually. You will mock at him.
Yes. Well, at least I haven't. I've passed my first decade, am I correct? In fact, should you even be out without supervision? And Dennis will just kind of rearrange some stuff at the table, light a final burner, and just say, well, come along then. I'll be your chaperone for today.
My hand kind of
Like
grazes my
mocking
focus
smile.
as I put my arms down.
And I will head towards the one of a meeting spot, not the guild house itself. And oh, somebody left.
Rhythm.
Or was it Rhythm? Okay. Head towards a meeting spot, not the guild house specifically, and leave a message for Minbar, asking for not only an update on the Court of Blood and Bone, but also quite a few things actually. Jesus. Another meeting to discuss what I've discovered, and a meeting with the Firebeards to be arranged, and then I'll just kind of approach the local members and just ask about any jobs that might be sponsored by the guild.
Alright, so it was an update on the Court of Blood and Bone, what you personally have discovered, and what was the last thing?
Meeting with Firebeards, update, just a meeting with Minbar, just straight up, talk about what I found and what she's found. And then I'm just gonna kind of like ask around the meeting place and ask about like any guild sponsored jobs, you know, a little heist or an easy target. Try to constrain myself to the more morally, at least neutral. You know, I don't want to be robbing the poor to give to the rich type deal, but I don't really care if some well-to-do merchant loses
a few coins.
Yeah.
Even if
Or
it's
pouches
someone?
of them.
Right.
Even if it's Robin Hood, even if I'm robbing Robin Hood, I don't care. As long as some poor schmuck isn't gonna die because I robbed him of his last fucking silver.
Stealing from the poor to give to the poor. Yes.
Indeed.
Wait a minute.
That sounds like I'm putting an extra step. Hold on. All right. So you make your inquiry to get a meeting with Minbar. That gets run off to the Raven's Eye with other messages as the runners go around the town or the city rather. Then you question a few of the other folks who are standing about, and you get the impression there's plenty of easy small things to do that might probably not be along your along your desires rather, like pickpocketing and other similar street-based scams of maybe like having a fight and getting somebody to break it up and then lifting their purse while they're trying to break the fight. Very ground level, first year kind of stuff. But as the conversation and time goes on, you do learn of a few, I guess, heists that will be going on. There are a couple of gatherings of more affluent dwarven folk and out of city merchants in certain areas, and there are times when people with money will specifically go into the market to do their own shopping or something like that.
Wonderful.
Yes, you learn of a couple of nascent ideas, I suppose, of raiding warehouses on the far side of town that are generally understaffed. Maybe they're no words today. Just not good with them.
I feel that.
That are maybe contraband or just like low weight, high volume stuff like hay, feed, and seeds, that sort of stuff. Things that don't really need to be watched over that closely. That's one of the that's an idea. The other one would be going out of the city itself to the docks area, and they do this pretty rarely now, but they actually pretend to be port authority and just lift your shit right out with like paperwork
Holy shit!
and just
Back in the
like
ballsy days.
That
Yeah.
sounds fucking awesome.
That is pretty blustery. They don't do it nearly as often as they used to because that sort of stuff has been cracked down. But if you get
Yeah, too much paperwork.
Well,
to
too much
to fuck
forging
around with
paperwork.
paperwork.
Too much forgery that has to go on. Nobody wants to do the tedium of forging a bunch of paperwork to say, yes, we're Port Authority and we'd like to take your entire ship worth of crap and take it to an undisclosed location. Thank you, goodbye.
And sell it off to a
But
fence.
if you can get, especially the Britannian ships from the Britannian Isles, those are pretty easy marks because they have no idea what's going on over here.
They're less familiar. Yeah.
Yes.
They're savages, but
The elves are more particular, to be sure. Halflings and gnomes, you can usually roll the dice on that, quote
the
unquote.
problem is
Mhm.
Port Authority
Mhm.
with a human and a weird-looking elf dude
In a dwarven city.
just in a dwarven city seems a little far-fetched, you know? Like it makes sense
Okay,
that those
I'm willing.
jobs are out there. Like if we had disguise person
I do.
for both of us,
There you go.
it
Unfortunate.
would make more sense. But like it makes sense that those jobs are there in a dwarven city,
Mhm.
but they would be better suited to dwarves as a whole, right? I don't know, just an
It's not
observation.
exclusive, if that's what you're trying to get
Sure,
at.
it's not. Yeah, I get it that it's not exclusive, but how strange would it be if a pair of Port Authority officers were both non-dwarves and a majoritarily, like at least one of us should
Like to put it this way,
majoritarily.
party
Is that not a word?
member?
Not a word. Is it?
Our own party member, right? Didn't understand who you were talking about when you said the exotic looking one.
True. No,
And both of us are
majoritarily
gonna
is a
walk
word.
up.
It's so not. Majorly.
It is.
It's so not. So, if you want, you can find a way around that. You can maybe only target. Maybe you can maybe only say we've been sent to deal with the elves. Which might
Oh
be a
no,
little
I'm
bit more
franglicizing it. It's
Frangles.
majoritairement. Oh, never mind.
Nepalaman. You can finagle this and come at it at an angle. You can. Are you looking for something specifically, or you just want me to throw out some ideas? Keep throwing out ideas, rather.
I'm looking for a mark that could net me like
Enough to
a
buy food.
lot of mud. Like, I'm trying to do something dumb here
Oh,
and see if it works out.
Quick
High
money,
risk, high
but
reward.
stupid enough that they would fall. No. We're looking for the rare medium risk, low risk, medium reward is what
There
we're
is no
looking for.
reward without risks.
Well, the problem is Themis is the one giving you the fucking jobs here. So medium
Judy will
risk,
express that he wants
high
high risk, high
reward.
reward, but cannot actually convince you
You
of
already
anything here.
used your high portent.
Doesn't matter. I don't need portent to be effective. It just means things go my way more.
Uh-huh. All right.
He's
We're
a
just gonna look
divination
for
wizard. He could divine
something that
exactly what to
pays.
say or do at the right moment. He could.
True.
You got the butterfly effect in your pocket, man. He could read the future and say, okay, this person will be coming here in
Yes.
3 hours, and if we come up at this point,
Stumble
we're this
into
color,
a dude and make him drop a bunch of shit off the fucking tracks.
He's yeah. Even without the help of anybody
Judy
else.
will walk out. Judy will walk out, balls out, no clothes, holding only a focus over his crotch,
There you go.
and he will win.
He's the distraction. Yes. All right. So Yudi wants high
It seems
risk.
like your clothes
high
gave you much
reward.
armor class anyway.
Agreed. And then, well, the whole idea is you can't really cast spells with armor on for some reason, because that would be OP. But
Which makes zero sense.
They say
yeah, it would be OP.
It would be OP, but they say it interferes with your ability to do somatic.
Except
damage.
paladins exist, you know.
Yeah. Well, technically, you could probably. Well, I suppose you could wear armor as a wizard. You're just not proficient, so it's gonna be shit.
There are aren't there a bunch of feats that give you like armor mastery? Couldn't you just anyway?
You
You
could
could also
take a
put like
feat,
3 levels into cleric instead.
Yeah.
Go war domain.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
that too.
Anyways,
War clerics. Anyway,
so UD wants high risk, high reward. Themis wants mid risk, mid reward. I know you probably want low risk, mid reward, but
yeah,
that's going to require like planning, and
we don't have
Nobody
that.
got
you're
time
going to
for
have
that.
to. Well, you could spend the time to do it, but you're probably not going to. That would
No,
require
because we have other things to worry about.
right,
Which
that
is what I'm worried about. Is if we get arrested, we have some trouble meeting the Firebeards and shit. You know.
I mean, I feel like if we get arrested, we could also just get to the Firebeards that way.
Well, I feel like we'd probably just get to jail that way.
I mean, fair, but you know, Dwarven city, very civilized folk here. Not like you and Ladrin.
It's just the Firebeards never struck me as the type of like put my son in as the police chief type of people.
Oh no! They just massacred an entire, lineage.
Exactly. It feels like they would feel it's a little bit beneath them, you know? Anyway,
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
So.
definitely not going for high risk, high reward.
Okay.
No.
Just gonna go for
Okay,
a quick penny on a a skill based scheme, but not like a shit could fly out the fucking window at any moment type scheme.
Oh, and Synod, just by the way, for future reference, high rolls on Fortin are actually worse than low rolls. Because high rolls means someone succeeds, and low rolls means someone
Or
fails.
you
And I can get
succeed.
yeah, I know.
Well, it all depends on the
So
fucking circumstances,
it
right?
turns out, it turns into like our
As, like,
party
if you're
wins a little
playing-
bit, or
if you're
everyone
playing
else fucked up a
blackjack-
little bit harder.
Yeah. But like, what I mean is like, if I needed to make a persuasion check to pretend
like,
I'm the
as a-
port authorities, a 9
Right.
isn't gonna help me.
But an
You know?
insight check with them getting a 3 might, be useful.
Fair enough. I mean, like, yes, you're right, but I am also right. So like,
Yeah, it's just how you see it as a player, and I'm trying to articulate
you're
very
seeing
poorly
it
that
as
as a
make
player.
them fail,
Yes.
and I'm seeing it as make us succeed.
Yeah.
Like it's just like, anyway, we're going for the middle of the pack here. We don't want to stand out too much either. So
I mean, once you get out of there, I'm going to explain why I'm doing this, and then we'll see how you think about high risk, high reward after that. But yeah.
So
Indeed.
raiding the warehouses that have contraband and whatnot would probably be a bit of a crapshoot, but it would be middle to low risk rather.
yeah, that's
Or we
I mean-
can come up with something else. I'm just trying to get a feel here.
Low risk seems very much like what Themis would
Themis is,
pick out.
Let's see. Themis is good with stealth.
Yep.
Investigation. Acrobatics. He's good with acrobatics. He's not even proficient with it.
Ooh.
hey +5 to
High dex.
acrobatics because 20 dex.
Yeah.
You love to see
Honestly, I
it.
should have come up with a potion of
Two of
dexterity
those.
that increased my max dex.
2 of those will be helpful if you raid a contraband warehouse.
True.
I'll tell you what. I'll let you roll, and if you roll, you'll get a set of advanced alchemic equipment.
Hey, what do you want me to roll?
Oh, 1d100.
1d100 with a chance of
I'll let you know.
1 in 100, 30 in
No.
100. Like,
It's like a 20. Nope.
Well.
It's gonna say it's like a 20% chance, and that's a no.
Unfortunate.
Oh, well. Okay, so
Feels bad.
I know.
Any of the other reagents I need just happen to be there?
The ambrosial liquid is you can get from the monks that you still haven't gone to see.
Yeah, but
And that's
there's
it.
something else that was
Basilisk
part of
vial.
it. You know,
Equipment.
there's an just a sec.
Let me
I
see.
have the rare. Is it very rare? Oh yeah, it is. Harpy oil. Can I roll for that?
Harpy oil. Sure, go ahead. Go for harpy oil.
1d100 again.
No idea why I put that in there. Yeah.
Hey,
Okay.
a 90.
Okay.
Yes.
Good. Nice.
Well, guess we're raiding a fucking warehouse.
Yep, I
Hell
figured.
yeah.
You have the invisibility spell, right?
You go
I
first.
don't know if I have it prepared.
Well, did
I
you
do not
change your
have it
prepared?
prepared.
Oh,
Yeah, I change my prepared spells every long rest.
I keep
Classic.
forgetting that I opened Discord without admin permissions. So every time I press Alt without Discord open, it doesn't actually mute me.
Lol.
You are a silly man.
I
All
know.
right. So you are led by a pair of urchins who take you over to the district of warehouses where there's contraband and what did I say? High volume, low weight sorts of stuff.
Hmm. I'll flick them a pair of coppers once they lead us to the place. Cough fantasy. Shut the fuck up. Although it could come in handy if we ever
No, really? It
get
comes in
caught.
handy everywhere. It's fucking pop stun. Or charm
Pop
rather.
stun.
It's so fucking broke. Like I don't know why this isn't 5e, but it is.
Just a sec. I really gotta take a piss. Be right back.
Okay.
All right. Once we get in, I'm probably gonna just start
Yeah.
sizing up, seeing the least noticeable collection of items I could get, and then sell for like exactly 220 gold value.
You mean like yeah, okay. You mean like not noticeable
Like
for like being hot? Being a hot item?
things that would not like things that if like one or two units here went missing, no one would really bat an eye. Things that probably aren't meant to be here, and therefore no one would really raise inquiry about legally at least. Stuff like that.
You mean stuff that nobody's going to put out an APB for?
Yeah, basically that.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
that's
right. So
a good
stuff that you
criteria
don't.
actually.
So stuff you don't have to worry about being too hot to handle. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, I'm back. Hello?
Oh hey.
Hello.
Oh hi Nod. Right. So you scout out this warehouse that's like 3 in, and the two little yeah. So the two urchins leave you and two others to scout out and try and acquire stuff from this. They they'll stick around ish and act as lookouts, but they're probably not going to do much. They might try and be a distraction, but don't expect Anything too heavy?
Hey, urchins are used to getting beatings.
Uh, sure. So, both of you give me a stealth check to sneak into this warehouse.
We make it a stealth check with advantage.
Why?
Yudi helping me.
Yudi's got his own stealthing to worry about.
Yeah, man.
Well, it doesn't
Like
really.
a group stealth check, but
Okay, yeah,
like
yeah, sure. You can do a group stealth check. That's fine. It's like
Ah,
pretty
okay.
much
In that
what you
case, I
do
will.
when
Yeah,
you
I will
begin.
give you the help action.
hey,
We just help each
hey,
other. Can we roll?
218.
Nice.
I fucking rolled 2 10s in a row.
Rolled exactly average twice in a row. Yeah.
All right. So, between you and your three companions, you
Yeah, it
are
must be these loud fucking assholes.
on top of things. They they point out a couple of handholds and good spots to grab just in case, but otherwise you manage to clamber up the. uh, it would be on floor like 1.5 window. Certainly tall enough that a dwarf wouldn't really think about trying to climb in there. But anyways, so you get in there and you drop down. Uh, the two behind you immediately start to shuffle crates and boxes that would make a slight stairway up back to the window, and because they're clever like that. And after that, you begin to spread out and find things of value to grab. There are You are on what would be the ground, would be the quote unquote ground floor, uh, where it looks like there's a bunch of crates that are near the front. From your point of view, would be the left hand side that have lots of marks and dwarven letters on them. There are quite a few barrels in the center, and then all along the sides of the wall, there's various crates and bales and amphorae and random sort of assorted stuff. So if anyone wants to pick out where to go, otherwise you can just make a general investigation check.
Hmm.
Well, getting anything off the top floor is going to be a pain in the ass.
There are steps you can go up to the second floor, but yes.
Yeah, but getting any crates
Yes.
and whatnot
Yes.
without, doing
Leaving a
all,
trace.
yeah, and having to deal with the winches and pulleys and whatnot. Um, I will look for anything like small and valuable that may have been stashed away in some crates or whatnot.
You're gonna start digging through
Drugs.
crates themselves. Okay.
Just a few, just to see if there's anything that I happen upon. That would be an investigation.
Yep.
So I'll do a general and a check to see if there's anything particular. So first is general, and second is particular. Come on, Daddy needs a new vial of harpy oil.
All right. So you find yourself drawn a little bit more closer towards the front left of the warehouse, looking over the crates and boxes and all this sorts of crap that's settled in here. You start working your way towards the corner, lifting up the box. You see a few look like statuettes and busts, which is which they might be worth something good, but they are also pretty heavy. Uh, Two of them look like they're elven make, and you got one that looks so mechanical it has to be gnomish. Uh, you keep going. There, it looks like there's a bunch of almost accordion-shaped containers that are made out of glass. They've got some dark liquid in them that when you turn them over and roll them to the side, the liquid seems to move very slowly, almost like it's molasses. But but it has an oily after image to it as it rolls off the side of the thing. There are a collection of pelts that you see of varying sizes, all of which have been tanned and cured. They're probably dog sized, maybe like large dog, like Mastiff, or Great Danes.
Dog leather. Let's go.
Well, no, they're the same size. I'm not saying they're dog leather. I'm saying for size comparison.
Yeah.
But sure, whatever you want. Yeah,
Dog leather.
Yeah.
Let's
One of
go.
them. One of them still has a collar on. You know. There's a whole bunch of those. You get towards you get into the corner and you smell a little bit of what's almost kind of nutty in scent.
Kind of nutty, my guy.
Yeah.
Harpy oil is nutty. Nice. Oh fuck! I broke my chair. Bitch.
Nice.
It do be bitchin'.
And going into this, you see there's a very dark and oily corner of this particular crate, and rummaging through it, you see very poorly packaged triangular containers that are stacked on top of each other, and looks like a couple of them have broken. And when you open it, and when you open the crate itself, it's just a big explosion of not just this earthy, nutty scent, but also reminiscent elements of bile and bitterness that comes out much stronger now that it's finally been released. Looking at the labels, you do see that these are various oils that have been rendered from fat, and there's some whale oil. There's shoot. There's some hydra oil. There's a couple of looks like there's jeez. Seriously? Some crocata oil. There's a whole bunch, but the one that you find that sticks out to you, hippocampus oil. That's what I was going for, and harpy oil is.
Hey.
You see two, a little bit over 1 liter bottles that have been labeled harpy oil, and they're not broken. One of the hippocampus oil ones is broken. There's even a couple of plants ones like argan oil and.
I will grab anything that could possibly be used in alchemy.
Okay, so that'll be both the harpy. But you can take the. There's still one.
The herbal oil, the
hippocampus
oil.
one for sure.
Yeah.
And definitely a hydra oil.
We'll just say that it's like how many gold worth of alchemical ingredients? Like 20, 30?
Alright, so one bottle will have 5 doses worth.
Okay. So I'll just give it like 5, 10? Because I'm grabbing the Hydra, the Hippocampus.
You can get at least 2 of both if you want it.
Okay. 20 doses of alchemy ingredients. specify what kind, but
All right. So while Themis is doing that, two other guys are going off and doing their own searching. You can go ahead and give me your insight or investigation rather. We
Yeah.
lad failure. There you go.
We not failure wrote into nah, that's a funny joke. One
I
sec.
mean,
Let me
the
let me
17 was
read
a
something.
general.
Let me give me a second.
Oh boy.
Do do do
I need to go
do.
get duct tape to fix my chair. Fuck.
-1 lucky. Who didn't want to find dog shit in warehouse? Okay, there we go.
Wow, you are determined to.
I need the cash, okay? You know, do I burn my entire fucking feet today just on one thing? Like, sometimes I have to ask myself, and if the last one is just rolled as complete dog shit, I get nothing. Do I just take what I get and get out?
That's a good question.
Nah, we ain't doing that
Oh
shit.
my.
All or nothing. And I'm gonna get nothing. I've angered the gods of dice. I'm gonna get nothing. Watch.
The dice gods.
Ah, good enough. I'll take it. At this point, it's not a loss.
No, it's really not actually. All right,
Man,
so
I didn't
for
roll over a 10 at all there.
So
Yeah.
it's almost like it was intentional.
Man, the
Was it,
fates
though?
have spoken.
Yeah. So you we'll say for the sake of this that the two guys head upstairs and leave you two to the ground floor since they're more experienced at these. Heist isn't the right word. Can't think of what it is though. Anyways, these activities.
Minor petty larceny.
Petty larceny. Yeah, it's not wrong. Caper, something else. Anyways,
Capers?
no, not capers. So, and leave you to that. So Themis eventually moseys on over to the front corner. You stay
Back
to the
warehouse.
back corner-ish and start looking through. And you see what appears to be at the beginning, at least, more esoteric elements. You see things that might even.
So no crate of diamonds, I assume.
You know, there's not a crate of diamonds here for some reason.
What a shame.
I should have thought about that to begin with. Just giving you.
Yeah, I really thought we were gonna find that crate of diamonds. You know,
Yeah.
like I was really banking on that.
Maybe like a whole crate of just platinum stacks
Oh yeah, you know,
that have been
I love
that have
getting
been,
rewarded for
Just
nothing.
like
Yeah,
that
yeah.
have been,
fuck
that have
it.
been
platinum.
that have been put into
Freaking
ingots and have like liquid
coins.
gold inside of them. You know.
Yeah,
Ooh,
yeah.
they're
Sure.
all actually arcane focuses.
Yeah.
Every single ingot has been enchanted.
Yes, it's just it's just a collection of magical items from somebody who didn't.
Wonder why that's here. Hmm.
Yeah. You're also not getting your 10,000 gold.
Oh, really?
I really wasn't
never
expecting to
coulda
get it. Yeah.
I think
Oh.
Miss Warlock over there is probably just gonna die in the Gorgon's den.
What a shame.
I'll be stuck
Damn
with
shame.
Invernica forever, and you'll just have to roleplay her
Gosh.
forever and ever.
Golly
until
gee
the end of time.
willikers.
How much Willikers?
Anyway, 10? I don't know. Whatever. So, you find what's going to be more esoteric. You find a couple of ceramics that have been broken. You find a few strange cogs and it looks like parts that might go to machinery.
That's interesting.
They they have stranger angles to them though. Either this is some newfangled gnome shit, or maybe there's a magical element or something like that. It's immediately difficult to tell.
Yeah, I'm gonna, in a low voice, kind of call out to Themis. Themis, how much time do we have?
I'd give it an hour or so. Maybe 2 if we have to get out of here.
Okay. I'm gonna go and try and figure out what all of these mechanisms do.
You're immediately distracted. Alrighty.
Typical Yudi.
So Yudi's gonna try and assemble these components together. Is that what I'm hearing? Or you're just
Yeah,
gonna
fuck it,
like
let's do it.
lay it?
Alright, roll some
Learn by doing. Learn by doing.
Gets a fucking, like, steam
Alright.
engine.
Yeah, that'll happen.
I mean, are you
Alright.
tempting fate right now?
Not unless he knows what he's doing. I don't think he does. Alright, so let's see. History, deception, intimidation, nature, perception, performance, persuasion. Alright, give me an not investigation. Give me an intelligence check just to see if you can.
Radiant.
Why intelligence? That's his highest stat.
Because you need intelligence in order to deduce.
And also
something.
my int is tied with my con for modifier. Just by the way, Synod.
Because he just did 2.
Oh!
Yikes.
Also because he just did 2 investigation checks. I don't want him to do another one. I'm trying to come up with something. He's not really investigating anyways, but alright, so this is weird.
It turns out Yudi's brain is actually from a bonobo. It's unfortunate, but
He's part orangutan.
It is. Yep.
You,
It's unfortunate, but it is what it is.
You look at these, and a lot of these you don't even have words for what these pieces are. There are sprockets and cogs and rivets and all manner of bolts and nuts and all sorts of stuff, and you just look at it and you're like, this is fascinating. I have no idea how this would ever go together. There's no manual, which you probably couldn't understand anyways. There's nothing in here that makes any kind of sense. And you stare at it for a little bit, and then eventually just say, fuck it, I don't know. And move on. But it was a good effort. So, you, maybe.
we'll never know. Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. You move over to the next crate, open it up, and you see a hell of a lot of packing material. Do you want to go through it, or do you want to move on to something else?
Yeah, I'll go through it.
Okay. You see a hell of a lot of packing material that you just burrow into, and the smell hits you first. It smells oddly reminiscent of home, actually.
Oh.
Back across the deserts, across the mountains, back to the Middle Kingdom. And you keep digging.
My smile kind of warming up. I will keep digging through. Yeah.
Yeah. You continue digging, and you hit parcel paper.
Parcel paper.
With twine. Opening up the parcel paper with twine, you see silk brocaded garments that look very much like styles that you saw back in your homeland.
Is there like a shipping and receiving number, or
Not
identify
really.
who this was going to?
There'll probably be a number on it. You'll have to get the corresponding manifest to get the details.
I'm guessing that's kept in here
These
somewhere.
are pretty much impounded, or something like that. You can certainly look for it. There may be a desk on the second floor, or
Yeah. Well, first things first. I'm gonna take the item of clothing and
right. There's
put it
There's another
back?
parcel. There's another parcel wrapped package underneath it.
Oh yeah, fuck it, let's check.
Okay.
And I will note down the whatever equivalent of the tracking numbers are for both of these packages.
It's they're all in one crate.
Oh, okay. Then for the crate.
Okay. Yes, for the crate. Okay, so you make a note of the tracking number for the crate, and you take. You're gonna. Are you? There's two. That you see a little bit of more parcel paper underneath it. Are you going to take the next one? Give you three.
What is this unending thing? Yeah, fuck it. Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
That's the last of them. It's just the three. But these are crates. You don't send small containers if you're looking to ship stuff.
Yeah.
That's a lot of whatever. Bulk is
Actually,
cheaper. Bulk
it
is
would
cheaper.
make sense to loot by the crate instead of by individual objects in multiple
I was
crates.
gonna
Yeah.
ship out the crates with our two helpers over there because they seem to be just kind of lost.
Well, I
No,
mean,
no,
first
they
things
went
first, I'm going to
upstairs.
see. They were the opposite of lost, actually. They made the most intelligent play possible. They went to where management was probably hiding.
Yes, to murder them. What?
They they went upstairs to clear out what was up top. They figured the less experienced people could have the bottom, and the professionals would do second story work, as they say.
Just like real men,
Yeah, just like real men, letting the plebs have the easy life.
or letting the less experienced have the
Yes.
bottom.
There you go.
Hey, he got
I like it.
That even made me laugh a little. I gave a chuckle.
it.
Right. So there's three parcels. Yeah. Looks like there's 5 or so in each. So it's getting a little heavy to get all 3, but you do.
What am I marking these as?
15 silk brocaded. I don't know if I want to say tunics. Say kippaos. Let's just say outfits, I guess. Well, I imagine we won't need to get into too much detail there.
That was strange.
Chungsams.
Oh, okay.
You can cross dress all day
Ooh.
now. Right. So you have that. Are you going to go to the next one?
Nope. After that, I'm going to go upstairs, try to find some kind of manifest list.
Okay. You head upstairs. And you see these other 2 fellows that you didn't get the name of. They look like they found some pewter or maybe tin, maybe even silver. Not utensils. Well, I guess utensils and other such dining.
Good find, boys. Would you have happened to see a book laying around while up here?
They point you over to a small little lectern looking podium sort of thing, where there's a very wide slapped open book, not slapped open, shut metal bound tome on it.
Ah, wonderful. Just what I needed.
It's dwarven height, so it's probably pretty good for you as well. You flip it open, and it's a manifest of everything that's in this particular warehouse, along with a few of the dockmaster's notes and where things are supposed to be be in the future.
Right, so who did you belong
Yes,
to? And I will flip through looking for.
You look for the tracking number. It'll take you a minute. The guys are wrapping up what they're doing, and Themis is probably not far behind. They're not too interested in sticking around once they have as much as they can carry. So they'll give you a tap on the shoulder and be like, hurry up and meet us downstairs so we can get out of here. But you take a moment to look up the tracking number. This has This has actually come from, well, not by way of, I should say, the original dwarven home of the Himalayas. It looks like it was. This was given. Let me look real quick, actually. Dumb. Alright, so this has. Looks like the area of origin would be Yinchuan.
Oh.
It was sent by way of Dwarven Post, which doesn't really. It just says Himalayan Dwarven Post. Bleh. There's no indication if there was a caravan or if it was just teleported, which would seem a little. Which would definitely be expedited shipping, but there's no note of how it got from the Himalayas to Daltorum. But it does say that it is to be delivered to. I have a name. Because I have it. Because I know exactly who this is. Come on. Come on. Seriously? Delivered to.
Take your time, man.
Shut it. Ellis Dane Silvertongue, who is in charge of the Dwarven Diplomatic Corps.
Oh, I was not being sarcastic at all when I said take your time. Like, I know because my notes are completely fucking disorganized too. Like, they're just fucking everywhere. It's like, okay.
I don't know why I scrolled all the way to the bottom. It's like a whole page and a half of nothing. And then I scroll up a page and a half and it's my notes. And I'm like, oh, cool. I don't know why I
Wild.
scrolled all the way down. Because I'm retarded. But anyways, so yes, that looks like it was supposed to go to him at the Diplomatic Corps. However, they did not have bills of lading for all of this that was in this crate. So it's been impounded until they can clear up the discrepancy of why there's more than what there should have been, than what the bill said. The receipt, whatever.
Wait, how many did the bill say there were?
Said it was one, along with it was one parcel of. They're probably going to call it Oriental garments. I should imagine, as well as two breastplates of lamellar.
But there were no breastplates
There were
in the.
no breastplates.
Ah, fuck. Okay. Because if it was just like, oh yeah, there were going to be 3 of the outfits, I was going to leave 3 outfits and then go see Mister
Wouldn't you
Mister
feel
Silvertongue. But yeah, that will be me then. I have noted down the name, so
Okay.
I'll follow up on that later, I guess.
Oh, okay.
And, on the way out, as I kind of like catch up to Themis, we like surprises me that you didn't ask me why I wanted to do something like this.
Mm-hmm. Are you muted?
No, I'm here.
Okay.
Linnea was just telling me how I should suck her dick.
Right.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
Understandable. Have a nice day. That made her laugh. Good job. Not that it's hard.
That's why you're
It's trippy. Not that it's hard. I haven't even. It's probably because I didn't eat.
Oh.
Yes, that may have played a factor, or that may have been a contributing factor.
It's okay, I'll eat a piece of cake now. Sorry, please do repeat what you wanted me to interact with.
Oh, as I kind of caught up with you, I was like, I find it strange you didn't even question why I wanted to do something like this.
Well, I've found myself in similar situations over the years where I was lacking coin and legitimate ways to make it. You know, some places are not quite as accepting of the craft of alchemy as others.
Raise an eyebrow, kind of like cross my arms and lean a little bit backwards, kind of placing more of my weight on my back rather than the normal kind of like hunched over wizard stance.
Hunched over wizard stance.
Hey, those books are heavy.
Hey man, they are. Especially with someone with negative hint or negative strength. I hope I don't have negative hint. That would be
Not yet.
we haven't played
yet.
Underdark yet.
Wait until somebody casts Feeble Mind on you, and you will.
Oh, fuck. And with that, I'll kind of be like, yes, but you've seen that I can find paying jobs.
Well, I'll not pretend that a few extra easy coins would, you know, not benefit me in any way. And I understand that honest jobs, though fulfilling and societally acceptable, are not exactly the most expedient way of making coin.
Societally? My.
Societally,
Keep going.
it's a word.
Uh-huh.
You can't pretend that it's not.
Uh-huh. Just like the last time it was a word, too.
Oh, come on.
Majoritarily.
Majoritairement.
Next, you're gonna tell us
Majoritairement,
that
okay.
Quebec is actually a place.
Honestly, Quebec would probably not even use that word. It's kind of sad. Also, failure.
Who would use
Watch
their own
the fucking TikTok that I put in general.
Now?
You should both watch it.
Or
I mean,
don't.
whenever. But like, just fucking watch it. Just fucking watch it.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. It's hilarious.
It's alright.
Look, I am not one to question one's need for quick coin, and to be honest, most of this contraband was going to sit in this warehouse until it rotted. So we're doing someone a favor, getting rid of it.
Dude, I suppose that's one way to look at it.
Indeed. Not that the quartermasters and dockmasters of this place will look at it in the same way, of course. But, like I said, it is a gray area of the law. Very gray. Technically, no one owns any of this. It's been
Introducing new
stored away through bureaucratic misadventure, as it were. Shh.
That's less of a way to look at it, but I will I'll play along.
It's a bureaucratic misadventure, technically.
Okay. I'm not there. You didn't take a verdict with you.
And Yudi didn't correct. Yep. So that's just gonna fly.
It's just, you know, a thief's way of looking at things. If nobody's laid claim to it, then nobody owns it, so I'm not stealing. I'm just reappropriating.
True.
In any case, we should mark down some of the more expensive-looking crates and start getting out of here. As
Hey, if you two ladies are done with your tea party, we need to get moving.
Precisely.
I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna look at him and not break eye contact.
Yeah, that's you. Pay attention.
I'm gonna like kind of move my cloak to the side and place my hand on the focus.
Themis will just
I
kind
wanna
of
see what
reach
he
out and
does.
grab Yudi's shoulder.
Oh, what, he's threatening me with his Christmas wreath? Oh, I'm real scared. Can't even
I'm
see
gonna look at Themis. I'm gonna look at Themis. You have to
Just
let me do this. You have to let me do this. Come on, man.
look. The more they help, the more profit we make. Come along, mark down some expensive-looking crates, and we'll get out of here before the inspectors arrive.
Yudi will comply.
Yudi will comply. Right. So I guess we'll just kind of.
And there.
Yeah,
Yes.
and there, and mark down some expensive-looking crates to resell, as it were. God, I'm fucking using "as it were" in my fucking daily expressions now. It's lovely.